At Compassionate Choices, we have worked with different community groups and community leaders to start having these conversations before a time of crisis, so that we are sort of desensitizing ourselves to the subject of death and taking sort of the fear aspect away from it and the mystery around dying and really planning for it.
We plan all the time for everything. You know, we plan for birthdays, we plan for weddings, we plan just because. And I think that we need to plan for your end of life.
There are many, many psychological, very positive effects when it comes to planning. Because planning means what? That you have the mind and the will to be able to look into the future. Planning means to be able to look at your goals, where you have the ultimate decision, but you do have the opinions and the support of those around you.
Sometimes it gets hard, because you're bumping heads when you start hitting with people's belief systems.
I have noticed that with blacks that we have a tendency of not to want to talk about death or not even think about death in any way. And so I realize with my members, their knowledge of even making preparations from death is very low, but I tend to add it into my pastoring them. I always have. But as a people, I think we tend to not want to even think about death.
My cousins and relatives used to tell me all the time, man, don't go to the doctor, because when you go to the doctor, man, when they come back from the doctor, they usually die. But they don't understand that what happened was that because you didn't go to the doctor, all of this stuff was going on in your body, and now you at stage 4, and now the doctor says there's nothing I can do. So now I think what we have to do is prepare people and educate people.
Will you have all the answers if that person's in the emergency room or the person has passed? No, but at least you have some kind of roadmap before if you have that conversation, So I think that in a perfect world, to make it run smoother, have the conversation now.
We have to continue to educate, push, and make people really understand and see. The best thing to do is to sit down and have a conversation.
It's a tough subject. It's a tough subject, but when you plan, things run smoother. It won't be perfect, but it'll be smoother.
We have created a lot of tools and resources that really can help foster that conversation and really break down those specific issues that you face at end of life.
So preparation for anything is good. You need to be prepared. So you get prepared by getting the information. That's the value of Compassionate Choices.
We found that just by even getting the information out there, that we can probably impact some of those disparities because people just aren't aware that they have access to some of these options.